Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is April, and I hope you all guys doing well. And to all of my subscribers, as always guys, thank you so much for being here and for your trust and support. And yeah, so for today's reading, I decided to do a reading, a advice reading for Jeon Jungkook, because I had this dream about him. In my dream, I am talking to this local actress, which is known for being one of the avid fan of BTS, especially Jimin and Jungkook. So in my dreams, this actress told me that Jimin said to her that Jungkook mother's just staring at Jungkook while he is choking. And then I said to this actress that that is not Jungkook mother's, it's his stepmother. So yeah, I'm just wondering what does that mean. Then I realized that Jungkook is, or I found out that Jungkook is like, yeah, facing some like allegation, this rumor, a dating rumor with some woman in entertainment, like Winter, and then here's a actress, and then there's a model that he is dating. So I also saw that he is a womanizer, blah 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 blah. So yeah, so because of that dream I had about him, I decided to like do a reading, a advice reading, for what my cards can give a advice for him for his situation right now. So yeah, so without further delay, let's start this reading, and let's find out what's my spirit guide and my cards what advice they can give for Jeon Jungkook for the situation that he is facing right now. Hi guys, so again this reading is a advice reading for Jeon Jungkook for what my cards and my spirit guides advice for him for his current situation. So let's start with the Three of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the King of Swords. So with the Three of Swords right here, yeah, obviously Three of Swords is the energy of betrayal, breakup, or a difficult decision that he is affecting his life and his heart right now. And the message that I'm getting here for him, that it reminds him that pain is part of growth. It's hard, but clarity often comes through this kind of experience or situation. Like, for example, you can really see those people who will stay with you when you are experiencing some difficult times in your life. And for Jeon Jungkook, yeah, those people, friends who will there for him to support him, give him advice, and also he will see those fans who really true and support him to whatever that is going on to his life, or whatever that decision that he's gonna make. And with the Knight of Cups right here, the message that I'm getting for him is that it's like approach the situation, the pain. He just acknowledge the pain that he is experiencing right now with like emotional maturity, but stay open-hearted. It's like don't run from feelings. Like, yeah, as I mentioned, he needs to acknowledge for the pain that he is experiencing right now. He don't need to suppress or pretend that everything is like okay. Sometimes it's getting more heavy. It's heavier when you are not acknowledging the pain that you are experiencing. It's getting more painful the more you suppress it. It's like it's okay to cry on if he has some people who really he can trust. He can vent out, he can like share his thoughts, get some advice to those people that he think he can really trust. He can really trusted. He can really trust. And yeah, with the King of Swords here, this is the advice that he needs to like, yeah, acknowledge the pain. It's okay to vent out, share his thoughts, But with the King of Swords, he need also to use his head instead of his heart. Like, he don't need to, I mean, he needs to not allow this pain or whatever the situation or challenging time that he is facing right now, that he don't need to like, or don't he needs to not allow this pain to consume all of his like emotion. He needs to use his head over his heart. He needs to like balance everything. With the King of Swords and the Three of Swords here, yeah, the Knight of Cups here is the one is like asking him to balance the pain and also use his intellect. And with the Four of Swords clarified with the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, the way that I'm seeing these cards right here, advice is that, yeah, Four of Swords, he needs to like rest, needs some self-reflection. He needs to like pause and step back from like action or mentally or emotionally or physically. He really needs some rest here with the Four of Swords, so he can think clearly what's next that he needs to do, or before he needs to make a decision or action, he needs to take some rest and self-reflection. And Four of Pentacles here, yeah, he needs to protect everything. If he is like private right now, he needs to be even more private. He don't need to share everything. As I mentioned, that if he has some trusted people that he can share his feelings, his thoughts, and ask for advice, he really needs to do that. He needs to protect his energy, especially to those people who has like shading him, I mean those shady people, his negative fans. I think he should need to like stop and pause from like sharing what he is doing, like previously, like showing that he's only at home playing games. I think he just need to just be more private here. Yeah, with the Nine of Swords, yeah, this is an energy of being impulsive, not thinking clearly, go straight to make a decision without thinking. So yeah, this is the advice that he needs to protect his energy, be even more private, and do not make a decision without thinking. Like, he needs to act like decisively. He should plan carefully but be ready to move swiftly when the time is right. So as I mentioned, after he gains some energy after this rest and self-reflection, that's the time that he needs to take action for what is going on in his life right now. And with the Five of Pentacles clarified with the Lovers, with the Magician, Five of Pentacles here is the energy of feeling left out, feeling like unsupported, isolated, and also feeling left out in love or opportunity. Yeah, with his current situation right now, he feels like no one can understand him. He feels like everyone is judging him, though he can see that there are still some people who is like there to support him, who is understand his situation. So with the Four of Swords here, yeah, he needs some rest, self-reflection, but he don't need to like isolate himself totally. He needs someone here to talk to, who share his thoughts. Yeah, as I mentioned, that the more he suppress his feelings, the more he isolate himself, that he is not talking to someone, the more it feels like burden to him. And with the Lovers here, yeah, this is a message for him that he needs to make a decision that is aligned to what really makes him happy. Yeah, with the Nine of Swords here, um once he is ready to take some action, make a decision, yeah, with the Lovers, he needs to make a decision that is really makes him happy, not only because for the sake of his career, his public image. He needs to choose wisely. For example, like if there is some relationship, it's just only for PR relationship. If he is not comfortable doing that, he needs to say something, say his thoughts, say some things that he needs to defend his image, his mental health, not only because his management, for the sake of money and for the image of their like for the image of their artists. It's like, I don't know, I have this feeling that if Jungkook and Winter has this like a relationship, or if it's just like a PR relationship, I think Jungkook and Winter is not aware of that. I am not sure if it's possible that, for example, Hive and other agency, they are like talking behind the scene to make this some issue which their artist is not aware. So it's kind of like already unfair to their artist because their artist is unaware, and they are also trying to like slowly destroying the mental health of their artist just for the sake of being on top, to be talked about, to be on top with creating this issue. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here with the Lovers. If he is not comfortable with some decision with his management, he needs to speak up and defend, and also share his ideas for the sake of his mental health, not only for his image and career. And yeah, with the Magician here, this is the energy that he has already a lot of, I mean, he is already have the things that he needs to do for any decision that he needs to make in the near future, or for what's the next move that he needs to make. I'm also seeing that, yeah, with the Magician here, he should not just focus on being like always isolate himself in the Five of Pentacles. He has some friends, his family, his parents that he can like be with, especially in this time that he is facing some challenges or some sadness moment of his life. And the next one, Eight of Wands, clarified with the Six of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, the Eight of Wands here, this is a energy of fast movement, a sudden development. So with this Eight of Wands right here, this is a message for him that he is not gonna be like stuck in that kind of situation forever. So whatever that he is facing right now is just part of his growth, part of his life journey. At the end of this challenging time, he will be victorious here. As long as, like as I mentioned, he defend himself, stand up for what he believes in. I'm also getting that he needs to speak up. If there's like some issue or allegation that is already like it's kind of like, if it's already too much for him, if it's like already like below the belt, if it's already hurting him, he needs to speak up. He don't need to always like every time that he is facing some issue, all he needs to do is to just isolate and hide with the Five of Pentacles here. No, he needs to stand and speak up. With the King of Swords, this is like an energy that, yeah, he needs to be smart and logic here. He needs to use his logic. He don't need to be like always, every time that he feels pain, disappointment, he will isolate himself. No, he needs to be like the King of Swords here. He needs to use this energy of King of Swords. And yeah, going back with the seven of swords here, with this situation right now, this is a message of he needs to make a strategy. It's like, as I mentioned before, he needs to protect his energy. He needs to make a decision quietly here, because every time, every single video or every single thing that he say, he do, it will people will throw a lot of issue to him, like a 8 of wands here. There is instant issue, allegation every time he posts or says something in social media. And I'm also getting that with the seven of swords, that yeah, he may needs to act carefully, strategically, keeping some moves private to ensure the success here. And with the next card right here, with the Temperance, Seven of Pentacles, and the Empress, yeah, Temperance is a energy of balance, patience, moderation, and harmony. So for Jeon Jungkook, this is like he is being guided to find like equilibrium in his life, whether it's between his emotion and logic, personal and public life. I'm getting also with the Temperance that it's giving him, or it suggests him to like healing and integration, bringing together lesson from past challenges to move forward with grace. And with the Seven of Pentacles, that this is the like self-evaluation. After this Four of Swords self-reflection, he is also needs to evaluate the things that is like happening to him, or the things that happen to his life. Like, is it still working? Like every time I feel some pain, some disappointment, do I really need always to isolate myself? So that's the vibe that I'm getting here with the Seven of Pentacles. And also, yeah, self-evaluation here. If you notice the picture on this Seven of Pentacles, like the person in this card is planting his seeds. He's like for example, his creative idea. So whatever that Jeon Jungkook is planning or doing, he needs to really be aware and protect his energy here, because if you notice the guy in this picture, he is aware with the three crows that eating the seed that he is planting. He needs to be aware this time. He needs to be strategic here with the Seven of Swords and the King of Swords here. And with the Empress card here, yeah, this is the energy of nurturing, abundance, and creative and care. I'm getting that it's suggesting Jungkook to like patience and balance can be like cultivate something beautiful. Emotionally, personally, or creatively, he don't need to be in a rush always to get anything he wants. Many things in life takes time before it happen or before you get the result. He needs to stop being impulsive here with the Nine of Swords. Yeah, and the Empress is also giving him the advice that nurture himself, his surroundings, focus for what makes him happy, that brings growth and joy to him, and be like open to abundance coming from like careful cultivation here. Yeah, with the Magician here, as I mentioned, that he already has everything to be happy. It's kind of like he needs to make his own happiness here, and do not always focus on some sadness moment or time in his life. What most important is surround himself with those people who is understand and support him. And with the Empress here, it could be like he needs someone who can like ground him. I'm also getting like also that, yeah, I'm also getting the energy of with the Temperance and the Seven of Pentacles here. It's giving him like the patience. Could also possible that this Empress is his divine counterpart or his future spouse, that he is like idealizing here with the Nine of Cups. It's kind of like he is also idealizing what love is feels like really is. He is kind of like longing for a true true and supportive love here. And with the Empress here and the Temperance, he needs to be like, it's giving him advice like he needs to be patient, and it's kind of like he needs to like self-evaluate, and after he learned his lesson, and once he like know how to be the King of Sword version of himself, that's the time that his divine counterpart will show up or arrive for him. It's kind of like whatever that he is facing right now, this is like a challenge for him to be brave and step up, defend himself for what makes him happy, because he really needs to be more like mature, or needs to learn how to defend his position. Because the time that his divine counterpart arrived, he really needs that courage to do that, because this is the real deal. Like, once people saw them together, he really needs to defend this person. Like, is he gonna like do same thing like once him and his future spouse together, once they face like scrutiny or judging them, is he gonna do again like isolate himself and do not say anything? No. So this time, this is like a challenge for him to step up and defend himself. He really needs to master this kind of personality, being the King of Swords. So that's what I'm getting here. So now let's start with some oracle card here, additional information for him. The first oracle here, it says blessing. So the way that I'm seeing this card right here with the Saturn symbol on top, it's kind of like after he learned his lesson, because the Saturn is also a planet of like the energy of like a lesson, a teacher. After you face the hardship, that's the time that he will give you the real blessing here. And I also asked like specific information for what kind of blessing is this. The card show is King of Cups. So the way that I'm seeing the King of Cups here for Jungkook, that after he like pass or face this challenging moment in his life, which is definitely he will succeed, he will be successful to face this challenging moment of his life, he will be the King of Cups version of himself. He will be even more emotionally matured, and also he knows how to handle that kind of scrutiny or judgment against him with the King of Swords. And the next oracle card here, it says Man's Wish. So this card is represent what Jungkook is truly wishing or hoping for right now. And if you notice that the man on this picture is wearing a suit, it suggests a sense of like, yeah, being mature, responsible, someone consciously aware of his path. Like coming from a grounded and thoughtful place. And I also asked like additional information for what specifically Jungkook is kind of like a wish here. And the card, it says Four of Wands. So yeah, if you notice on the picture, there's two person here. He is really longing for stability, a true love, a true supportive love here, which is, I mentioned that this Empress possible that also his the energy of his future spouse. And the next one, it says shadow. Yeah, with this oracle card says shadow for him. This is like a hidden aspect for him, inner fears, acknowledge his emotion or patterns that need to be faced. Also getting that it points to part of his self, a situation that are being like ignored or repressed, whether that's fears like past wounds or subconscious pattern. As I mentioned, that this time he needs to face this kind of, it's kind of like facing your shadow or inner demon here. He needs to stop always hiding every time that he is facing some challenging time here. He needs to step up. As I mentioned, he needs to be King of Cups and the King of Swords here. And the next oracle card here, it says ease. So this card is giving him advice for letting go of unnecessary stress, trusting the process, and moving with life rather than against it. I'm also getting like it's about finding comfort in the moment, releasing overthinking, and trusting that the right outcome will arrive at the right time. So yeah, the shadow card here and the ease oracle card is like a cosmic advice for him, saying after acknowledging and integrating inner challenges, don't overforce things. It's kind of like let it flow. Yeah, with the, as I mentioned, with the temperance here and the seven of pentacles, this is patience and growth. And with the last two oracle card here for him, it says gratitude rampage. List 10 things you're thankful for. So the way that I'm seeing this oracle card for him, as I mentioned with the magician and the lovers card earlier, he needs to focus and be thankful for what he has, those people, things that makes him happy, instead of focusing for those like shady people or scrutiny. He needs to focus instead to those like giving him happiness. It's kind of like count your blessing vibe here. And the last one, it says your reality is reflection of your inner world. So this is a strong energy or advice to him that he needs to remove that negative thoughts. Every time that he feels sad, he faces some challenging moment, he always isolates himself here with the Five of Pentacles. It's kind of like he needs to be positive. He should not always like feel like in the dark, because that's always what he attracts here. Like if you keep on thinking negative thoughts, that's what's only you are like manifesting here. Yeah, with the magician here, he needs to manifest what's really aligned for his happiness. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. A message for him. But as I mentioned, he is divinely guided here. It's just that whatever that he is facing right now is, he really needs to face this challenging moment this time. He needs to step up, fight for what he is believe in. It's kind of, as I mentioned, that this time he needs to be King of Swords and the King of Cups version of himself here. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. And yeah, thank you guys again for being here, and I hope you enjoy this reading, especially to those who are Jungkook's true supportive fans here. So again guys, thank you for being here, and see you in my next one. Bye.